We wanted something a little more hearty tonight, so we're gonna make burger bowls. We're gonna make sweet potato fries in our air fryer, and then burgers on the grill top. We're gonna do smash burgers, and then homemade burger sauce with vegetable toppings. So the first thing I'm gonna do is peel my sweet potatoes, and this is a Mad Shark vegetable peeler. And if you haven't tried one of these, I thought I had a good vegetable peeler, but this thing makes all the difference. I peeled butternut squash with this. These sweet potatoes, the skin are a little tough, but it comes off very easily. I learned about this one in a cooking class. We were actually peeling lemons to make limoncello, and I ordered it right there in the class. And everything that we're using are things we really love, and they are on Amazon. If you go to our storefront, you can go to the kitchen curation, and all of these things will be in there. So first, I'm going to start by peeling my sweet potatoes, and I'm using this peeler. It's called Mad Shark. I learned about it in a cooking class when we were peeling lots of lemons to make limoncello, and I thought I had a good vegetable peeler, but when we used this in class, I stopped and ordered one right there. And everything that we use in our kitchen, we really love, and you can get on Amazon, and we have a link to our storefront, and there is a kitchen curation with all of these things in it. This is the Mad Shark peeler, and it's got this peeler with teeth and then one without. Now that I've peeled my sweet potatoes, I'm going to cut them into French fry size pieces and soak them in water. I always soak our potatoes in water before I bake them or air fry them. It just pulls a little of the starch out of them. It makes them crispier. And this knife we just got recently. We got it in December. It's a Victorinox knife, and it says Swiss Army 8-inch chef's knife. And we thought we had good knives, but we were always having to sharpen them. So Garrett did some research, and this one got really great reviews. It's very lightweight. It has stayed very sharp. It's very light in my hand, and it cuts through things much better than the ones that we had. And I would just say, if you decide to order this knife, it's in the Kitchen Creations on our Amazon storefront, but you might want to get a couple Band-Aids. It's very sharp and it stays sharp. Now that I've cut up my sweet potatoes, I'm washing my lettuce in my salad spinner, and I try not to buy lettuce in a bag. I can't say that I haven't done it, but I don't love it. So this is a butterhead lettuce, and I'm washing it right in the salad spinner. And if you don't have a salad spinner, you really might want to check out getting one. I didn't have one for a long time, and I just didn't want it to fill up space in my cabinet. But now that I've gotten one, the way I can wash lettuce and get it so dry makes all the difference. I'm going to spin my lettuce dry and then set it aside. And by the way, this board is one of my favorite things I have in my kitchen. I use it, it's covering my entire stovetop. You can order it to the size of your stovetop. So it's over the front of the burners. It goes all the way back to the wall. It's a great cutting board, but it's also a great serving board. When I have guests over and I want more counter space, I put this on top, and people always comment. They say, "Where did you get that board?" So I will serve on it. And then sometimes I just put it here when I'm not cooking or in the kitchen because I think it looks nice. This is our air fryer. I'm going to preheat this for the sweet potato fries. It's by Gourmia. It's our third and final air fryer. We went through quite a few and had difficulties with them. So I'm going to preheat this air fryer. I made 5 sweet potatoes into fry pieces, and it'll probably take 2 batches in here. I have about 2 pounds of ground sirloin. I used one with a little bit more fat in it for burgers. And then I'm just gonna add a couple pinches of salt. I don't love to measure. I just like to cook. And this salt is Red Mon Clay Real Salt. This is the only salt I will use. This is unrefined mineral salt, and it's actually good for you. I need to do a whole nother video on this. I learned about it in a cooking class. I've used it since I learned about it in 2013. And then we're gonna do some fresh ground pepper. This is really fun. It's a spice grinder. I use it mainly for a pepper grinder. It's Vina meal, and you put whole spices in here, like peppercorns, and then to put it on, you just set it on top, and it locks down, and then you can put it on your food.
So now I'm getting ready to start the smash burgers. Before I dig my hands in, there's really two tools that I've used in order to create them. It's really about preference. This one has more of a lip on it. This one's flatter and completely flat with no lip, and so it's really what you want to use. I like them both, but they've been really successful. We really do like having the burgers a lot thinner. We used to make them a lot thicker, and I found when they're thinner, in my opinion, that brings about a lot more flavor. So in a second, we'll get back to creating the burgers. So what I like to do is, my preference is, instead of making patties, I like to make them into balls. I probably learned this on Food Network, but I get a ball, get a little bit bigger, probably twice the size of a golf ball, and then I'll just continue to make these until I am out of meat. But I find that I don't press them too hard, but I like to keep them around the same size. And then one of the tricks that I do is I put a little bit of non-stick, so some Pam or some avocado oil onto one of the smashers. It helps keep the burger from sticking to it. So continue to make a couple more of these, and then we will get them onto the griddle.
The potatoes have soaked in water while we've done all those other things, and then I'm putting them on a clean dish towel to get them really, really dry. And then I'm going to sprinkle them with our real salt, and then layer them into our air fryer. I'm spraying a little bit of olive oil into the preheated air fryer to help crisp up our sweet potato fries. This Evo olive oil sprayer is probably 10 years old. You can see the letters are even rubbed off of it, and it does not clog. This is the one you want to get. I layered the sweet potatoes in one layer. You don't want to pile your food in the air fryer. And I'm going to start with 10 minutes. I think it's probably going to be double that time, but we're going to do 10 minutes at 400 degrees. I did sprinkle them with real salt.
All right, I always like to put a little bit of spray. This has been preheating for a little bit. Take the burgers, and I'm going to put them on far enough apart where when I smash them down, they're not going to really affect each other. I'm going to leave them on there for a couple of seconds, but I'm going to smash them pretty quick. So like I said, I put a little bit of cooking spray on there, and then I like to smash them down. They stick a tiny little bit, but you can get them off pretty easily. And this starts them off well to me. So you got nice flat burgers. Probably let them cook about 30 to 45 seconds on each side, depending on the temperature you've got. We'll flip them over, we'll smash them down again. They'll turn out great.
So now I'm making burger sauce, and again, I don't measure, it's to your liking, but I start off with a few, maybe 3 or 4 tablespoons of mayo, and we like paleo mayo. And then ketchup, there is paleo ketchup. We are out of it, but we do have this one. And then salt, and the secret ingredient is dill weed. So we're gonna put in some dill weed. And again, I just shake it in, it's to your liking. And then to really kick it up a notch, my new favorite ingredient is this truff hot sauce. It's a black truffle infused hot sauce, and it is spicy, but it has agave in it, and it just gives it this little sweetness that is not like any other hot sauce. And we have all different ones, but I'm really liking the truff one lately. I've been using it on my eggs in the morning. All right, it's been 10 minutes and I want them a little crispier. They're starting to get some brown bits on them. but I'm gonna put it back in for another 5 at 400. So now we're building our bowl, and we layer in some sweet fries, and then some of this lettuce straight from our salad spinner. We've got sliced tomato. You could add bacon here if you want. We're gonna do some pieces of onion and avocado. I sliced it and then I just squeeze it out of the shell. And then our homemade burger sauce. And some pickles. We like crispy, crunchy, cold pickles from the produce section. And then we have our burger bowl.